With a muster of master chefs on tonight's mouth-watering menu, mincing his words, Phil Jupiters. Mixing her metaphors, Carrie Lloyd. Marinating in his own juices, Dermot O'Leary. And with a soggy bottom, Alan Davis. So let's hear their buzzers. Carrier goes. Nice. Phil goes. Dermot goes. And Alan goes. What's missing from this menu?
3 tortoises. Can you imagine the anal retentives looking at that picture at home?
I just want to say hair. But that's...
Welcome to our world, Carrier.
Thank you.
Yes, the tortoises and the hair not, sadly.
Okay.
Just
69 tortoises.
69 tortoises.
69?
Yeah. And the bitch ain't one.
That's what we were thinking
Is that a song?
I believe it's popular in the hit parade
You've
right
had
now.
that on the radio too, I'm sure.
What do we know about tortoises and their cousins?
They're old. There's one that just died that was around in George III.
Yes, there was one that died in
How do you
India
know if it was
that
dead?
belonged to Clive of India. Sorry?
Hey man, you'd have to wait a few months to be sure it was dead.
Just asleep.
Don't bury it, for God's sake.
Why do you think they have such enormous shells?
They got big TVs.
Lot of stuff, lot of belongings.
Stuff, yeah.
That's the thing about getting old. You look around and you think, my God, look how much shit I've got. If you're an agoraphobic tortoise.
Oh, terrifying.
Better than being a claustrophobic tortoise.
Well, to return to our question, these tortoises are evidence of the first ever human feast.
First ever menu.
Rather than just eating, a real feast. And there were 71 tortoises consumed at this feast, it would seem, from archaeological evidence. So Alan said there were 3 tortoises missing from that list.
Yeah.
In fact, there were 2 missing. Because it should have been 71 instead of 69. So you're going to have a point for that.
Well, then why not?
That's very good.
I'm +1, so I'm not going to speak again.
There was a female shaman's body discovered next to all these shells, and it seems there was a giant feast. It was 12,000 years ago.
Seems just unfair, really.
Yep.
You're born with a wok on your back.
The original microwave meal. The tortoise. Just pierce the top. 12,000 years ago, guys. I wasn't there. I didn't eat them.
Too soon. If it's anything like a micro meal, you stab it lots of times. You're never sure how many they mean when they say.
Have you got a set number you do when you do the microwave?
Yeah.
Oh, the idea of you at the microwave.
I had to do it in TV dramas where I was playing a rough type. Of course I have.
My microwave annoys me. I used to have one that just went ping, that was fine.
Yeah.
Ping, it's finished.
Simple.
Come and get it, don't get it, whatever, we're just letting you know.
Yeah.
Now we've got one that goes beep, 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 beep.
As your food slowly reverses out of the kitchen.
And I'm at the other end going, I know! In a minute! Sorry, the microwave's pissing me off. Then the fridge, we leave the fridge open, it goes beep, beep.
Oh, the fridge, I know, that's mad.
The washing machine's going, I'm finished, beep, beep, beep.
Oh, Jesus, it must be like
warnings.
must be like living with craft work.
I can get them all synced up right.
Yeah.
But these weren't microwave, were they, Stephen?
These were not microwave, they
Tortoise.
were roasted in their shells.
Alive, probably?
Yeah, heroes in the half shell. Very sad. Very sad.
Yeah.
There's Leonardo, Donatello. Yeah. But,
Is that Splinter at the bottom, then?
So, why wouldn't you want to share a meal with these men?
They'd kill you.
Yeah. Look, it looks like. As you can see, they've got napkins.
That doesn't mean they won't kill you.
No, it doesn't.
Share a meal with this, not a bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
They
Cannibals.
eat lethal foods.
They eat people. No, they don't eat people. They were paid in meals. 3 meals a day was their reward for eating
Food.
poison, or at least eating additives that could be considered dangerous.
Oh my
It was the
God.
first move on the part of the US Department of Agriculture to codify the possibility of additives being something that should be regulated. And so they got these volunteers who swiftly gained the nickname the Poison Club. And they had some extraordinary things. October 1902 to July 1903, they experimented with eating borax. Their Christmas menu was applesauce, borax, soup, borax, turkey, borax, canned green beans, sweet potatoes, white potatoes, turnips, borax, chipped beef, cream gravy, cranberry sauce, celery, pickles, rice pudding, milk, bread and butter, tea, coffee, little borax.
They were well fed.
Don't like borax! You wait a minute, I told you, it's Christmas, everyone's having borax. Your dad likes it.
Andy Williams with a very borax Christmas.
Can you name something that we use borax for today?
Is it an element?
It's not
Cleaning.
a washing.
It's cleaning, isn't it?
Cleaning as a detergent, but it's used as a fire retardant and an antifungal compound.
It's quite useful to have in your system, then, really. Resistant to all poison and flames.
Well, that's true. There's no record of any of them actually dying, but they were weighed and their blood pressure was taken and their pulse and everything else.
Until 1912, when they introduced LD50 testing, and then it all went tits up.
And in 1906, Congress passed a couple of acts, the Meat Inspection Act and the Pure Food and Drug Act, which was to help with food for the first time. That's the point. There you are. Never accept a dinner invitation from the Poison Squad. Who likes to feast on a breakfast menu of horse manure, rancid pickled mudfish, Thai boy shrimp, and big cock shrimp paste?
It's the Vietnamese. This is items. I got sent some big cock paste.
It was an order went terribly wrong in your house.
It exists, big cock shrimp paste and Thai boy shrimp paste.
Yeah.
Both exist.
I'm married to a Norwegian, and they eat a dish all over Norway called lutefisk, which is a jellified fish, and it's cod really, but they bury it, I think, then dry it out, and then they serve this for me, my in-laws.
Those bastards.
They saw you coming, mate. They saw you coming.
My mother-in-law
Oh,
made me
here
a fish
comes.
pie. It was
Yeah.
delicious.
So I ate this thing, and I did what we all do when you don't really like something, is you around someone's house or something. I just ate it really quickly, by which point, obviously, my mother-in-law then just went, well, this is fantastic, you must have some more. And she-
That's the trouble.
And I finished, and I thought, I've got to be honest with them. And I said at the end, I said, like, I'm really sorry, but I've got to be honest, I really don't like it. And they went, oh, God, we hate it. We're only serving it for you. It's just, that's Norwegian, that's Norwegian
That's
Dangler.
brilliant. Well, it may be the case that that's what this particular feaster on these foods also thinks, but it
Is
seems
it-
unlikely because it's not human.
I was going to say, is it an animal?
It is a living creature, a very beautiful creature.
Flamingo.
Not a flamingo, it's one you can find in Britain. In fact, it's in Britain that it's offered this food regularly, once a year, as a sort of tribute to its beauty. And it
It's Prince Philip.
well,
Has it got 4 legs?
6 legs.
Is it an ant?
It's not an ant, but it is definitely an insect.
Is it a bee?
No, but it's a flying insect.
Is it a fly?
Has the word fly in its feminine
Butterfly,
name.
a butterfly,
Butterfly. It's a type of, a species of butterfly.
like
There it is.
cock paste.
Very beautiful butterfly. It's a purple emperor.
Oh, wow.
A cock-hungry purple emperor.
Yes.
Settled on my belly.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh dear.
I was out in the garden the other day and I was admiring a cock-hungry purple emperor on my red-hot poker.
There was paste everywhere. The poor bugger couldn't take off.
Now, calm down. Anyway, they live in the trees high up. You say, well, how do they know that they have a taste for all this? Well, they've been observed in midsummer coming down from their usual feeding areas high in the trees and going for pats, that sort of thing, and other really rotting and horrible things. And so, because they're so admired, particularly in Northamptonshire, where this takes place, little picnic is spread out for them in midsummer, including rancid pickled mudfish, foxcat, stinking big cock shrimp paste, and Thai boy shrimp paste. And they seem to like this, possibly because of its sodium content. No one's quite sure, but it's a kind of weird thing if you find yourself in midsummer in Northamptonshire. Follow the smell. With all lots of those beautiful animals.
In a forest, they lay this out, did you say?
In a clearing.
In a clearing. Because you could get into real trouble if you go looking for a dodgy smell in a forest. If you go looking for the smell of sodium and shrimp paste, you might walk into something other than a butterfly celebration. Just saying.
Especially in Northamptonshire.
What are you implying? Especially in Northamptonshire.
Just suggesting.
That they indulge in butterfly dogging, is that what you're saying?
Maybe. Anyway, it's a beautiful animal. The purple emperor butterfly likes to start its day with rancid pickled mudfish, Thai boy shrimp paste, and big cock shrimp paste.
What are you, 12?
Come on. When will the phrase big cock shrimp paste not be funny? Never. All right. Name 2 things you can get from a kangaroo's nipple.
I bet they don't lactate.
Oh, they
Is
do.
it a trick?
No, they do lactate.
They do lactate.
And that's what's so interesting.
They have
Parsimate 4X out of 1, Foster out of
They have little babies that are born... It's almost still fetuses, right? And then
No,
they
like little maggots, they look.
Yeah.
They're tiny little wiggly things called joeys, as I'm sure
And
you
then they
know.
have to crawl to the pouch.
They crawl all the way up,
there off their own.
and the nipples are in the pouch. But there might be a much older brother or sister in there. In
Oh,
the same
they can
pouch.
do something with their eggs, can't they? If they're nursing one joey, they can hold off the egg from another, or they can...
Well, no, actually, quite the reverse. They can have
Okay.
2 joeys who are completely different ages,
Different ages.
and have different needs.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So there they are, and there are all these nipples, and the nipples know whether it's a young joey who needs a kind of semi-skimmed milk, which is not so very rich and strong and thick, and there's the older joey at another nipple, or even the same nipple later on, and it will know that it's an older joey and give it a much thicker. And that's a rather magical trick. It's because of the power of the suction. The young ones don't suck so hard, whereas when they really, really have a go, which the older ones do, they get the thing.
How do the scientists find these things?
Are they doing it? Really,
I'll
does
just
anyone-
pop it off down to the kangaroo enclosure for a bit of a suck.
Yeah, that's rich. That's definitely
I'm
rich.
going to suck quite powerfully.
Taking my younger brother's going to suck a little bit less.
But I think if you saw a kangaroo with a tiny, tiny joey and a really big joey, both still suckling, you would wonder if they needed the same sort of proteinous drink or
It
not.
wouldn't cross my mind, Stephen, to be honest. I saw one once, and they're quite fun. They're little Joey, and the tourists came round in this wildlife park, and it got a little bit spooked, so it bounded across to its mother and just leapt in, head first. And it was like, ooh, like this, and then it was like in a sack.
I know, you see the legs, the whole thing.
And she was going, oh, for God's sake. And its head came out.
You think the leg's going to burst through the...
It really looks like how they're holding that.
Yeah,
It looks
it is
like a bin
incredible.
liner couldn't hold them. Stronger than a bin liner, he was true.
Yeah, well, that's the miracle of kangaroo suckling.
I'm sorry. This is
right.
the only show where I hear sentences like that. That's the miracle of kangaroo suckling.
Right. I'm going to give you another little teaser. When human mothers give suck to their infants, they are feeding 2 species.
Right, so the baby's one of them.
Yes, one is a human child.
Bacteria or things.
Yes, very specifically is a bacteria. You may say, well, it's feeding the baby and then, of course, the bacteria. But no, this is not feeding the baby. It is only feeding the bacteria. In human breast milk, there are oligosaccharides. And these are indigestible to human babies. But they're adored by the bacteria in the baby's tummy.
Oh.
So they bypass the baby's system to go to the stomach to feed their bacteria, their healthy bacteria.
That's great.
Isn't that pleasing?
Yeah, it is.
It's rather nice, isn't it?
Mothers, always giving.
Yeah,
Always.
Always giving.
Always. Who else needs feeding? Oh, the bacteria. Fine. I'll do it.
Parasite.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Well,
when
why didn't you tell me he was coming for dinner? Why have you made enough?
Who would like to see some milky magic? Because I want to show you.
Says this to you in a park, say no.
Would you like to see my milky magic?
You know what I meant. Okay, I've got some. Yeah. Lovely milky things.
Stop saying it!
Well, now, because here we are. Now, this is just a thing about milk. There's never enough. You always want more. Yeah. But
This is what happens when you get to the clearing in
Okay.
Northamptonshire.
bear with me.
Milky
Here we have some milk. Now, what I'd like to do is just transfer it along the way from smaller to larger dust, as you can see. And well, this will fill it about halfway up, maybe. Just checking the size, really. Let's just see how much. Oh, well, that fills it up.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, that's all right. That's good because we've got more than we started out with, and that's got to be a thing.
Fast forward.
With milk, we've got to have that. There we are. You've got to have that, haven't you? That makes sense. And then see if we can get even more, because what we're doing is earning ourselves lots and lots of milk.
Wow.
Which has got to be good, surely.
Can
There
we
we
do
are.
this with wine?
And there we are.
No, you're Jesus.
We've got even more. That's it. It's quite pleasing, isn't it?
And that's how we get the European Milk Mountain.
So somehow you can find much out of little, and that's maybe a lesson in life. I just thought
Redefines the second coming, anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
And then Stephen took a can of tuna. And no, he did share it out amongst the audience.
And that's how much we've now got, out of nowhere. Which is very pleasing. There we are. Well, from milk to meat.
Whoa. Wait till you're going to tell us how you did it.
I know well enough that a milky magician never tells.
Oh, dear.
From milk to meat. So for a meaty question, why did 5 royalist men from Milton fail to eat their own buttocks?
They were trying to?
Yes.
They were trying to
That's
eat
the
their own
weird
butter.
thing.
That's what that man's just suggested in the corner.
Yeah.
Guys, look, I think we should eat our own buttocks. And everyone's... No.
You're right. I mean, that's what happened in a pub.
Was it like a...
In Milton.
Too painful for them.
Was it a dare, like a bet?
It wasn't a bed, it was
Well,
how did I describe
how much
them?
they love the king or something?
Yes, I described them as royalists. so
okay.
that must mean they came from the 17th century or the Civil War time. Yeah?
Just to stick it to Cromwell.
Cavaliers.
Up yours, Cromwell.
They were
They
They were cavaliers, yeah. So they wanted to toast the king's health. And they wanted to show that they were more loyal than just about anyone else. So, to hell with beer, to hell with wine. We're going to toast him in our own blood. And the best way to get a bit of blood, which you'd think is just a prick of thumb, but no, slice off their buttocks.
But why the bum? How does
It's
the
the
bum show you're
biggest-
loyal?
I know, it's crazy.
Biggest muscle. I thought they thought they'd have some to spare.
Yeah.
The Royal Fat Ass Regiment. I don't know.
They probably thought that it wouldn't hurt too much, but in fact what happened is it sliced off a bit of butt cheek, and it bled profusely. So
Oh, God.
it was shocking.
Men to the delicatessen. Onto the slicer with you.
To the king! Wow!
As long as they didn't have any salami, they'd be fine.
I think the idea was they sat on a gridiron,
Oh,
and a bit of buttock poked out, and they sliced off the...
They must have been so pissed.
Yeah.
You know, you couldn't even come up with it if you were pissed.
But they did that. The blood poured out. Everyone got in a panic. Their wives heard about it and were furious.
What's he done?
Yeah.
I'm feeding 2 species. I haven't got time to pick him up.
But there was so much loss of blood. The whole thing was a disaster. We know about this.
You think they still talk about it like, oh, that day. Oh, that was such a bad idea.
Yeah.
From start to finish.
Cut to the pub the next day. Special today, pork medallions.
Yeah, during the Civil War, 5 men from Milton got rather cavalier with their own buttocks. Now, on to the smorgasbord of smugness that we call general ignorance. Fingers on buzzers, if you please. I'm going to say this quite fast, so listen carefully. How much sugar in a sugar-free Tic Tac?
There's no sugar in a sugar Tic Tac.
Oh, you've done so well up to this point.
Is it sugar-free doesn't mean there's no sugar, does it?
Does,
Oh.
but within certain limits,
Yeah.
according to the Food and Drug Administration, it's just the American...
A little
calorie.
A little bit. It's pretty much all sugar. But they're so small, the law says that if it's only half a gram of sugar, it doesn't count as sugar, it doesn't count as any... According to their own website, Tic Tac, registered trademark mints, do contain sugar as listed in the ingredients statement. However, since the amount of sugar per serving, 1 mint is a serving, since the amount of sugar per serving is less than half a gram, FDA labelling requirements permit the nutrition facts to state that there are 0 grams of sugar per serving. Unbelievable.
And they wonder why people get killed with hammers.
Bit weird. What kind of bird does the Goliath bird-eating spider
Oh, God.
consume?
Whoa. That should have had a warning.
Not good.
Whoa. That is fucking horrible.
The little furry animal.
Still there.
Okay.
Furry.
Still there.
Sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
No,
Okay, now there's a
that's no
still
better.
image of one.
Yeah. It's not moving anymore.
Oh, it's on
Okay. More...
Sorry.
What a pathetic reaction.
No, please, I'd be the same, if not for all the therapy.
You should have. I know you're right.
It's all
You
right.
should
No,
have asked if you
it's
had
not
any-
moving, so that's okay. It's not
No,
moving.
they're big. It must be said they are very big, and they're called Goliath bird-eating
But
spiders.
it's never eaten a bird in its life.
Well, that one may not have done,
Don't
because
eat
it's
birds.
very, very rare for them to eat birds. It just so happens the person who discovered it happened upon one eating a hummingbird, and so called it a bird-eating spider.
Like in your family when you do something once.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Carrie, I'd always get sick on holiday, and you're like, it was one time.
Yeah, oh, Poland invading adults. Once I invade Poland. They live in South America, and they are a form of tarantula. They will eat insects and very small...
Oh, God.
Wow! That was a very bad idea.
Somebody help her, it's on her face, she doesn't know.
Despite its name, the Goliath bird-eating spider usually just eats worms, in fact. Alan, hello. Let's bring this to a beautiful, beautiful conclusion. Carriad has been bitten by a snake.
What's happening to me? This is not I'm a Celebrity.
What should you do?
Sucker.
You can't afford it, love.
Even when you've been bitten
Drop
by
your
a
prices.
cobra, you're going to haggle prices.
Oh, yeah.
You soon drop your prices once you've tried it.
All right. So,
You tourniquet it? You
no. Right, well, you're going to tourniquet.
Guys, I'm dying. You haven't told me what's happened. I've been bitten by a snake.
The spider's
Stay
coming.
still. It can stay still so it doesn't go round your blood. Is that in there?
Well, if you're not near a car, but drive her to a hospital.
Take the snake if you can.
Yeah, exactly, or a photograph of it.
No, I didn't say selfie. It's sort of implicit in the question that Carriad and I were alone somewhere, not on the M4 or something.
Yes, well, somewhere where there are.
Take drastic action.
Somewhere
Somewhere
where
where had constant demands for money.
Why am I on the M4 with you? What happened to me beforehand?
Go to Reading. Come on.
Yeah, the answer is, if you do go somewhere where you think there may be venomous snakes, find out where the nearest hospital is that has anti-venom, because that's really the best thing you can have. But in Britain, it's going to be fine. An adder is not going to kill.
I would still offer to suck you, Carriad. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, selfless. If your friend has been bitten by a snake, all you need is car keys. Any other course of action sucks. Which brings us to the end of our feast of questions. And so all that's left for me to do is to let you know, how the scores are doing. They're doing rather wonderfully. In first place, with a magnificent +4, wearing +4s, is Phil Jupitus. And with a very stunning score of nothing, wearing nothing, oh, that doesn't work, 0, Carriad. Third place, for Dermot O'Leary with -10. And a very respectable for Alan, -16. So, thank you from Carriad, Phil, Dermot, Alan and me. And I leave you with this mealtime story about rissoles. Man goes into a restaurant, looks at the menu and says to the waiter, I'll have some pissoles, please. And the waiter says, no, sir, that's an R. He says, oh, I'll have some arseholes then.
A brand new episode of Radio 4's News Quiz is available now on BBC iPlayer Radio. Miles Jopp is joined by Francis Ween, Susan Calman, Nish Kumar and Zoe Lyons. And for more comedy now, it's Russell Howard's Good News Extra over on BBC 3. Whilst here on BBC 2, Newsnight is next.
A new BBC 2